Hello everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm here for another Fake Grand Order video. And because there's only 21 hours left of this first stage, I'm just gonna spend it grinding a little bit in this stage, and that's basically it. It's Lotto time, so the best time to be doing anything is usually grinding. And I do plan to do the Ilya stuff just when there's, just in case I beat it early or something, I wait a little bit. Even though I don't think I would actually be able to beat it all that quick now that I think about it. But don't worry, I will record doing those eventually. But for right now, these only last for a little bit. So I'm going to be doing those. So let me go in here. This is the team I use. It's nothing special. It's literally just... My Cuckoo is NP5, and she's going to punch the shit out of whatever thing is coming here. Do I care about NP gain? No. Do I care if there's 3 enemies, 2 enemies, 1 enemy, 6 enemies? Not a single shit is given. Literally nothing. I have to just remember to give her crit stars. That's about it. Go here. Go there. Go there. And then do not expend for this one. And then I just blast the shit out of whatever the hell is standing in front of me. It's just that easy with the power of NP5. I don't even think really, because I have enough NP5 servants, I probably don't even really need to do the traditional, I really don't, like, I'm overkilling for the most part. I really don't think I need all this power. Like, look, this guy here, if I have a single Buster card, I just win on that. Like, I really don't need it, I think. Just to show it, just to be, like, right here. Yeah, again, I don't really need all the power on display, but I still use it. So I think I would probably be able to use a team that uses more units and are all shooting their NP and stuff. But for right now, this works out, so I'm just using it. Expand at 10. Yes, remember, it's important. They're already dead. Nothing I do here matters other than for the number to go higher. That's the only thing. Hell, even for the number to be slightly higher, I'll use a command spell, so she's at 300%. It literally doesn't matter. She was always going to win this. There's never been someone more dead than the 2 opponents currently looking at me on the side. Boom. Yep, there you go. Yeah, just a casual million on him. And with this much power, especially because she's not even using the 100% damage increase or anything like that, couldn't I do the other one? Well, funny enough, now that you mention it, alter egos, there's a couple things that the foreigners don't like to fight, and one of them is alter egos. So they literally put a boss in there that I can't beat in a single hit. So it actually works out that way. They got lucky. I probably could still beat them if I used, if I got lucky with card placement, is what I'm thinking, as I probably still could. Not to say that she can't. It's more like, just to defeat the service of it all, I'll just do it this way, because this way is just easier. No mess. Just get in there, do the thing, press the buttons. I didn't even need to max limit break my CE, which I've done here, only because I was getting pretty good on I was getting pretty lucky on the drops. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it so that I have a 50%er one available. That's not the right thing to do. When you have, like, because the most you can run yourself is 5, so you should wait until you get, 9 of them, so you can use the additional 4 on one of them to increase it to the power, so that you're min-maxing to the maximum and you're always getting the maximum amount of whatever the fuck. I just chose not to do that way because I didn't see a reason to. I don't think I could kill him with just quicken arts, but I can do it this way. Boom, get me in there, girl. This is the power of a level 120 NP5er. I need you to grind up all the QP that I used on you through this Lotto, basically. Summer Ibuki has already done more than her fair share of everything to get me to where I am right now. It's just your turn now. It's your turn to do everything. God, it's crazy that they gave her a 50%er that can be given to anyone. That's still insane to me. You mostly use it on her still, but just the idea of them being like, no, this is okay. I could probably kill these two with just her Buster cards, I think. I think so, right? I can try. I don't think I even need to use the NP. I sure don't need to use the MP. Bye. I just saved myself like a couple seconds. Kakula Khan. I love you so much. My favorite foreigner. Best foreigner in the game. No matter what anyone else tries to say to me. Or no matter how many other people are waiting for Vitch to get a buff so that she can overtake you. It's not gonna happen. It would be one hell of a buff. I don't know what buff she needs just because I don't know much about the other Koinskaya, the foreigner one, of Darkness. And she's always seemed okay to me, or good at least. It's just that there's a wide margin between being good and being unbelievably fucking nuts. And that is the issue where most units fall into, where I feel like most people want units that are like good to reach the ultimate pinnacle, and just for the most part they don't reach it, or for units that have at one point reached the pinnacle to reach there at the same time. And I don't need every unit to reach that point, but I can't deny that when my favorite reaches it, I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm not gonna lie. It feels pretty sick. It feels pretty sweet. And speaking of cool and sweet, let me just quickly beat up on this tree real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you. Thank you very much. And, yeah. I would be curious to see, even if with a single buff, could they make Koinskaya of Darkness on the same level field as Kukulakon? Like, would it just be a thing of damage? Is it really just damage is the thing that's holding her back for the most part? Or is it something more intrinsic to the design that it would require multiple buffs to kind of reach there? I don't know. Feel free to tell me if you're an actual Koinskaya of Darkness lover and are waiting for that buff. Tell me what you think would be the right buff to give to her. I understand that the fans of her are not 100% satisfied, but I actually can't tell if it's in a joking way, or they seriously are like, man, she actually needs it. It's very hard to tell sometimes within the greater Fate Grand Order community who's joking and who's being serious about what they're saying. I'm gonna go in here. There it is. But yeah, it's Lotto time. Lotto time. And I have to get my list of things to watch. For the most part, when I'm grinding, it's usually just watching other streams and stuff. And sometimes a TV show. Like one Lotto time, I was watching a lot of X-Files. Because the X-Files is a fantastic show. But I've never actually... I need to go back to it now that I think about it. I never finished it. The idea was to watch it all again and then be able to reach... I get to about the part where Mulder... spoilers, I guess, for the X-Files. The X-Files is really fucking old at this point. Some of you were likely not around when the X-Files was on the run. I'm assuming some of it. My brother wasn't alive when the X-Files was originally running, so I assume there's plenty of people out there who were not alive during peak X-Files mania stuff. But spoilers, at one point in the later season, Mulder goes away and Robert Patrick, the T1000? No, the T... Shit. Which one is he? The T900 is what Arnold is. The T1000. The one from Terminator 2. Robert Patrick takes over and becomes the main character of the show. And a lot of X-Files fans were not down with that idea. They actively hated the idea that they took their favorite character and basically said, he's not the main character anymore. Why? Well, they couldn't tell him the real reason, which was contract disputes, I believe. David Duchovny either didn't want to keep going or want to be paid more. I don't know specifics of it, but maybe at some point, maybe he was just fucking tired, right? I could have also easily just done the double cuckoo kill there as well. I didn't need to use the MP. But the point is that there was eventually a season where Mulder's just not in it very much because, you know, various alien shit is happening to him. And I've gone into those episodes, and it definitely loses something when the main character is not there. It probably what it feels like. Imagine Boruto, but instead of Boruto, the show was still called Naruto, but now this unseen character called Haruto, he's the main character now, and even though he has never been seen or mentioned before, he has deep ties with the ninja FBI. And they're just going to be like, okay. And then the worst part about it is that he's not a skeptic anymore. So, I mean, he's a skeptic. So he doesn't believe in a lot of the alien shit because he's like, I think Mulder was a fucking crazy person who actively ruined our department by saying that we had a bunch of aliens and the Loch Ness Monster doing stuff. And then it left Scully there to be like, well, I mean, yes, he did do that, but he's misunderstood. You don't get it. You don't get it, man. So it changes the dynamic in a way that I wasn't a super big fan of. And then eventually, Scully also goes away. Because she has to give birth to her and Mulder's baby. Spoilers also for later season X-Files. They also have a child at some point. Which is why she's like, I need to get with them. Even though they made it pretty clear early on that we wouldn't be doing that. Eventually, enough time had passed that people were like, they should do that. So they did. Which I don't know how to feel about that. Maybe it's just because I wasn't an adult when I was seeing it, but I'm okay with the idea of Mulder and Scully not being together. Just two forever mutual friends. Well, I mean, eventual friends. I mean, I guess at some point when you're like doing alien conspiracy stuff with them, should you just drop all pretense and be like, maybe we should get together? Feel free to tell me how you feel like if you were with a friend and you were hunting aliens. At what point, when you know no one else is ever going to believe anything you've said, when you've hunted Jack Black who has electric powers, can you really be with anyone else in the world but your friend who was with you through it all? I think the answer is no. And maybe that's the true issue with a lot of Mulder and Scully stuff. Like, who would believe you? Like, if I had a significant other, I would obviously believe them. If they told me that at some point we hunted Jack Black and he had electric powers and we're not 100% sure how he got the powers because... No, they did know how he got the powers eventually, but... It's a lot of theories and guessums because he died eventually, so we never actually got to, like, say them and stuff like that. Actually, now that I think about it, was it actually Jack Black who had the electric powers in that episode? I don't think he had them. I think he was the friends. I think Jack Black died to the guy who had the electric powers because he was, like, a creepy... Oh, I remember now. He was, like, a creep man. He was, like, maybe special, like, a little bit slow in some regards, and he kept, like, trying to get with a woman who was his teacher, but he was like 20, still in the high school times. Classic stuff in the 90s for the most part. And it got really weird, and he was using his weirdo self stuff to justify his electric powers. Hell of a thing. He was also a gamer. He was playing a lot of Tetris, I think, from what I can remember. It might not have been Tetris. It might have been another video game. But usually Tetris is the one that most TV shows go to be like, yo, they're playing video games. But this was actually made by Vince Gilliam, so he might have known a little bit more about video game stuff. So I think that's fine in that regard. What was I talking about? So the X-Files, I need to get back to it and check it. But that was definitely one of the shows that I would put on in the Lotto, and I'd see them deal with stuff and be like, alright, let's see where this episode goes. Is this a good one, or is this one of the more late season bad ones? Early on, it's obviously a lot of bangers, non-stop bangers, really good episodes, really cool stuff. But as the show goes on, it did, you know, there's a dip in quality. But I still like a lot of that stuff, actually. I think it's still cool. X-Files, hell of a show. Go check it out. In terms of this Lotto event, keep grinding. as Kukulakan does her serious punch for what feels like the 7th time, but it's not. It's likely the 5th time. 5th, 4th maybe even, just because I prevented it one time. Check out everyone in the back grinding up them QPs, grinding up them bomb points too. I don't have a single one of the other ones equipped at all, except for I think bronze. That is correct. Man. Anyway, that's enough for this video. I'll get back to recording some other stuff. I just wanted to at least make a video saying there's the first stage. It's literally gone in 21 hours. And then we're back with the second stage, and then I will start doing a lot of the Ilya stuff. I was planning to record on Thursday, but then Thursday's work gave me a really, really tough project. So I couldn't record like I wanted to. Plus, I was playing a lot of City of the Wolves early on in the day. Trying to get practice in with Salvatore Ganacci to get a little bit better. And by better, I mean learn how to do a single one of his combos. To the point where I don't freak out when someone else is doing anything. But anyway, that's the end of the video, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your Lotto adventures, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out. Bye.